The movie starts with Hyun, who is tied behind the trunk of a car screaming for help. However, no signs of help can be seen anywhere as they are in a very far away place. It is evident from the kidnapper's lack of urgency as he calmly tells her to be quiet. She realizes that it is true, and so, she keeps quiet and observes the tattoo engraved on the man's arms. "It won't be too long now," says the kidnapper as he closes the trunk and moves away. The scene then shifts to July of 1994. Hyun is working with her mother in the store. She checks the prices and takes out the garbage while her mother mans the cashier. After that, she meets with her friend Abby, who gives her a fake ID to enter the bar. After her friend leaves, she tries to hide that she smokes. However, her father knows and tells her not to say anything to her mother. His father also gives her a ring, meant to be a gift before she graduates. He goes on his way and Hyun goes back inside the house. She tells her mother that she wants to go out and meet with her friends. She allows it, but she wants Hyun to be back before 10 o'clock. And she wants the house to be clean from top to bottom. At night, she and her friend Abby arrive at the nightclub. They drink some strong whiskey and enjoy themselves from this new experience. Across their table, a well-dressed young man in uniform keeps glancing at Hyun and even orders her a special cocktail shot. Abby encourages her to not be shy and to talk with the guy. They have a brief conversation when the guy excuses himself for a call with someone. Before going home, the guy offers Hyun a ride, to which she gratefully agrees. On the way home, he asks if she wants to have some fun or just go straight home. Hyun politely disagrees. The guy once again excuses himself for a phone call. A few minutes after making out, another car parks behind them. While the guy goes out to talk with the new guy, Hyun sees many fake badges and senses a feeling of dread. She runs away but gets caught immediately. In another scene, we are introduced to a police officer named Bob Galt as he talks with his son on the phone. On the way, he stops to look at a police officer and his companion who are investigating a dead body by the side of the road. He gets curious and asks if he can see the body. He then asks if they told anyone about the body. Upon knowing that no one knows yet, he gets back into his car to retrieve his gun. He shoots the two people and they both die there. Meanwhile, Hyun wakes up in a truck among other kidnapped girls like her. The truck stops and a man with a flashlight takes her away. When she wakes again, she is lying in a room that seems to be like a clinic. However, she is still a prisoner. A nurse approaches her and sedates her with anesthesia to conduct her inspection. She is washed, and her braces are removed. Finally, a tracking device is attached to her leg. In the next scene, she finds herself in a cell filled with other girls in similar clothes like her. Marshal Bob, found to be the mastermind behind the trafficking, calls from the outside. They bring a box filled with kittens and ask the women to each get one. It is considered a gift from him, and at the same time, a training to be responsible with the innocent life on their hand. He warns them not to escape. Or else they will face the same fate as Maria, the one found in the beginning of the movie. They line up and each gets a kitten, except for Hyun, who is still recovering from the trauma. Bob approaches her and gets her information in a folder. As he is a police officer, he knows everything about her family. He consults his companion and together, they give her the name Eden. He then tells her the rules of the place, to bath twice a day, and after sexual intercourse. Also, to not even think about running away from him. After a bath, Svetlana gives them each a pregnancy test to prepare them for another inspection with the nurse. They then line up as Vaughn, the close companion of Bob, gives them clothes to start their first work. They are taken to a private resort to play a little game. She, as well as another person named Priscilla, is filmed while getting tied up and beaten with a whip. They get back to their cells, and Hyun meltdown crying about wanting to escape from that place. Priscilla tries to comfort her and hugs her. The following morning, Hyun is taken to a client to be prostituted. Vaughn tells her to smile. Unwillingly, she tries a little and she is brought inside the house. While smoking in the bathroom, Vaughn hears the client groaning in pain from getting his birdie bitten off by Hyun. Hyun tries to escape and runs away asking people for help. But Vaughn catches her and tells the witnesses not to call the cops as he is on duty taking back the dangerous drug criminal Hyun. As punishment, Hyun is tortured by getting soaked in an ice bath overnight. Meanwhile, Vaughn gets scolded by Bob for letting Hyun get a chance to escape. Before leaving, Bob slaps him. The scene shifts to a year later. Eden has adapted to the situation. She befriends Priscilla and is the only one she talks with. Hyun also notices that Svetlana has the ring given to her by her father. Priscilla tells her that Svetlana is very close to Vaughn. That is why she gets nice presents from him such as the ring and the cat. Priscilla is surprised that Hyun is already 18 years old. She was captured when she was just 12. She also tells Hyun that older girls get taken away and no one knows what happens to them. Their talk gets cut off when a man takes Priscilla away. Meanwhile, Hyun gets taken to a bar where their clients choose them based on the numbers on them. After the job, Hyun takes the heel off her shoe. She gets taken back to their cell, but she does not see Priscilla anywhere. At night, she attacks Svetlana demanding to get her ring back. Vaughn and his men stop them. As punishment, Vaughn makes Hyun swallow the ring. Before they go back to the cell, Hyun tells Vaughn that he knows why they got short last time. Vaughn could not manage their finance properly and he is getting scammed. Hyun is very good at math since she helped her family when she was younger. She tells Vaughn that she can be useful in working on calculations. The following day, Vaughn thinks about what Hyun said since he is not that smart. So he decides to bring Hyun with her as they collect the money. Hyun immediately knows that they are short by $300. Vaughn is satisfied. However, when they return to the party, the two other girls are nowhere to be seen. Vaughn takes Hyun with him and they look for the girls. When he can't find them, Hyun locates them. Vaughn is really happy with her. That night, Hyun goes to the bathroom to clean the ring that she swallowed before. The girls all line up again for work. Svetlana, after a long time, gets chosen to work, while Hyun is ordered to follow Vaughn to do cleaning duty. After that, she gets taken to the office so she can start answering calls. She is substituted to Svetlana, who gets angry and says that Hyun cannot replace her. However, Vaughn is the boss and he orders her out. Even the cat is left behind. He tells her everything she should know when answering their clients. He shows her a cheat code that lets them know what nationality the delivery is. He also reminds her to hang up the phone if anyone asks for the price, as it is probably a government official. She is also tasked with helping to transport the girls and drugs. She even gets taken to a place with Vaughn to sample out drugs on his behalf. Vaughn is comfortable enough to tell her their whole operation of drug trafficking and prostitution. And finally, she gets taught by Vaughn to drive their truck. Hyun is becoming a very reliable member of the gang. Meanwhile, Bob is seen giving a speech on the war on drugs. He warns the new recruits that drug dealers and drug traffickers can be anyone. As he finishes his lecture, he gets questioned by another officer named Rove, who is investigating the murder of the police officers in the opening scenes. Bob's GPS showed that he was on site during that time, so he is a prime suspect. Bob denies the allegations and leaves. At the office, Hyun answers a call from a client who has two Asians with him. She notes down the details, but before ending the call, the client asks for the price. This means that it is probably a spy. She looks outside to see if anyone is watching and says it is 600. The next morning, Hyun and Vaughn meet up with Bob to dispose of dead bodies. It is said that Svetlana is one of the two bodies. They take a motorboat to dump the bodies in the lake. Bob goes fishing while he talks with Vaughn about the investigations on him. Bob just goes and insults Vaughn and his upbringing. Suddenly, Vaughn goes behind and hits him with a bat repeatedly until he is no longer breathing. He tells Hyun to calm down because it was an order from someone higher in the organization. After that, they visit a house of goons. As Hyun reaches out to a gas stove to light a fire, one of the goons tries to help her. From there, she notices the very same tattoo mark on his hand. She realizes that it is the same one as the one who kidnapped her. She goes into one of the rooms and sees her old friend Priscilla, who turns out to be pregnant. She tries to help her, but Priscilla declines when she realizes that Hyun is part of the gang now. On the road, Vaughn notices something different from Hyun. So he tests her loyalty by asking her to shoot their captured girl. She is about to shoot when Vaughn steals the gun from her. He can still trust Hyun. While traveling back to the base, Vaughn receives an urgent call to hurry back to base and move the girls. Turns out someone sold them out and they need to move away and burn all the evidence. Vaughn then tells her to pick a passport because they are moving to Dubai. Realizing that this might be her only chance at escaping, she puts poison in Vaughn's pipe, who dies choking from the toxic fumes. She then takes the money and removes the tracking device from her legs. She goes to see the location of Priscilla and offers the guards money to buy her. But he says it is not enough. He tells her that she can do so, but in only 5 minutes. When he turns his back, she uses a syringe and incapacitates him. She then takes Priscilla away from that place. After moving far away, she calls her mother, whom she hasn't heard from for a long time. Thank you for watching. For more videos like these, please leave a comment and subscribe.